Welcome to Birthright Reading. Birthright Reading, the @ series. You can get it on Amazon.com. Everything you need to know on how to teach reading is in this book. It's $15. If you have questions about the lesson, just go to Birthright Reading, yahoo.com, and ask me a question and I'll answer it. My name is Linda Wilson, and we're going to start our lesson with the pledge to the flag. I'm going to stand up and say the pledge. We'll say it together. Let's put our right hand over our heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And remember, we talk about the pledge that we are one nation, under God, indivisible, unbreakable, with liberty and justice for all. And that means that if you run your classroom like that, everybody in your classroom is going to be happy and accepted, and you'll be extremely successful. And we are a phonics curriculum with reading, and phonics is 85% phonetic. All of our language is 87%, so you don't have to worry that you won't be successful. Today we're going to talk about some things that you need to do in the classroom, and specifically that first week. When you talk to a child, you want to get down on their level, bend down and talk to them directly. And also give them a specific compliment. Don't say, "Oh, you did a great job." Say, "I really love how you put your work away. You tucked everything in so neatly inside the folder and put one paper away at a time. That was excellent. Thank you for taking all that time." Specific compliments give specific rewards, and they work time and time again. And as soon as the child knows that you're there for their best interest, the parent knows too, and you just have a wonderful, happy classroom. Everybody needs to have some class rules. Even if you're homeschooling at home, you need to have some class rules. Here's some rules that worked for me. Rule number 1, listen and follow direction. Rule number 2, use quiet voices. Rule number 3, stay in your desk or your space. Rule number 4, keep hands and feet to yourself. Rule number 5, raise your hand to speak. Now, you can have whatever rules you want, and in terms of a Montessori classroom, you would only stay at your seat or your desk when it was necessary. The things that we believe in Montessori are purposeful movement, and so you will be doing lots of purposeful movement, and the student or the child will not be chained at a desk. I told you that I was going to show you how to make your own movable alphabet, because you're going to be using that. You either type or write the ABCs. This is 72 point. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows, and I have the width of a ruler. And if you don't have a printer, just hand write it. But you want to put the ABCs, and then with the extra spaces you put the vowels. Remember, the lowercase is the most important. You make copies and laminate and cut them out. And at the fabric store you can get a holder for the ABCs. You do the same thing with the uppercase. Just remember that you don't need as many uppercase letters as you do lowercase. Maybe one uppercase letter in each holder and 3 lowercase letters. You also want to make an ABC so the student can sing and read the abacus sounds every day. That's important. And remember, I told you to go to the dollar store, which is $1.25 now, and get your abacus. I'm going to show you a game you can play with them. Every week we'll be introducing a new letter. This is called a mystery bag, and when I was in the classroom I made these out of men's handkerchiefs that you could buy at the store, very inexpensive, and everyone got one at the beginning of the year. We played games with them. You can use any sack, just a sack. This is a sack from Burger King. This is a sack from Perkins. You can get a plain lunch sack, it doesn't matter. Okay, and then let's put an a and a ba and a ka in here, and we're going to put them in our mystery bag, and we're going to feel. And can you find the ka in the bag? Touch it. Don't peek. No peeking. Have you found the ka? Pull it out. Yeah, there's the ka. Can you find the ah in the bag? How does the ah feel? Is it got a straight line on it, or does it kind of have a circle? Did you find the ah? There's the ah. What's left in the bag? Yeah, the ba. Let's get it. Yeah, I feel that straight line, and then I feel the hump in the front. There's the ba. At the end of the week, every week, we would have a sound of the week, and on Fridays would be mystery bag day, and the students would bring things to school. Here's a ball, and a buggy, and this is a tiny bear. Let's see what else I have. Oh, a button, and let's see if I have anything different. No, I don't. So they would just love feeling it and showing off to the rest of the class. They would sit in the special mystery bag chair and show that they had a buggy, a ball, a button, and a tiny bear. And as we're doing the lessons, we're going to start our lesson after this lesson. This will be lesson 3. You will collect sounds that go with every sound we're introducing. If your child is going to public school or a private school, they will have what's called a PIN number. That PIN number is necessary for the computer and for lunch. And this is a little activity for you to help. Remember, we're trying to get ready for the first day of school. You can also get these numbers from 0 to 9 at the dollar store. They're $1.25 now. They used to be $1. And our number is 71385. A little game you can play is have the student put the 7, 1, 3, 8, 5 on their paper, and have them write 71385 and then put their name on it, and have them keep their 71385 in their 71385 box and their name, and practice it every day. So every day you would repeat the same thing, and until they're good at it and can say 71385. Remember, we are sounding, so we've already learned the mystery bag game and the abacus, and we did numbers, and the next thing we're going to do is talk about colors. The first week of school in kindergarten, or actually the first 2 weeks, we talk about colors. Well, you do not want to spend the first 2 weeks of school memorizing color words, because memorizing words, remember we said we just don't mix memorizing? I'm going to show you why. Red. Have we taught an R, an E, and a D? No. Why should they have to memorize that? U. Have we taught a blend called blah? Have we taught long U? That is way too difficult. Quiet E, long I. Have we taught the consonant digraph? No. Pink. We haven't taught any of those letters yet, although that's a perfectly short vowel word. Black. And we haven't taught that C and K have the same sound. We haven't taught the blend blah. Brown. We haven't taught the blend bruh. Ow. OW says ow. We haven't taught n. Green. We haven't taught any of those letters. Long vowel E. Orange. And I put the and together because it's easier. Orange. GE says the just sound. OR is an R controlled vowel. Pull. Quiet E. We haven't taught the R controlled UR sound. L O. And OW has two sounds, long O, and in brown the OW says ow. And that's something that many teachers don't teach. So you can play games with the color words. You can certainly do lots of things with color, but you aren't going to force children to memorize those words because you're going to be teaching them all. One thing that is great to do, that is successful, is to have Play-Doh. You can make it or you can buy it. When you mix red and yellow and let them do that, what you get? You get orange. Red's a primary color, yellow's a primary color. When you mix blue and yellow, what do you get? You get green. When you mix blue and red, what do you get? You get purple. And you've taught the primary and secondary colors. And when you put all three primary colors together, does anybody know what color you get? You get brown. And when you mix white with black, what do you get? You get gray. And when you mix white with pink, what do you get? White with red, what do you get? You get pink. So colors are fun. They're wonderful. Use them in a way that you can still have fun, just one lesson a day, but don't feel like you have to force the child to memorize those words. Here's one more color activity that's I've used every year. I found crayons that actually had a smell, and so the yellow crayon was banana, and I made little insets and had them trace with a pencil and then color so they could smell it and make it. And the blue is blueberry. So they trace it and color it blue, and it smells like blueberry. The red is strawberry. You can look and see if you can get these smell crayons online. The orange is orange. It smells like an orange. The green is mint. So we've talked about that. One other thing that you're going to need in your classroom to be successful for games are the sandpaper letters. And here's some sandpaper letters I made. We're going to be making a sandpaper letter for every new sound that we have in every lesson. Here's a N. I used a black marker, and I actually got sand from the beach, put Elmer's glue on top and let it dry, and easily made the sandpaper letter. And you can make the uppercase and the lowercase. Another activity that you're going to need to get is also at a dollar and the $1.25 store now are chalkboards. And you want a chalkboard, not a dry erase board. I found the little ones. I found kind of a medium size. This is one, I don't know where I found this one, but you will be later, not at the beginning, but we will teach how to print on lines and the name of the lines. And this is a larger one. And then on the back it has the lines, which are pretty small, too small to start out with. But you won't need a slate or chalkboard any larger from this. This is one where I actually made the lines myself on the front and the chalkboards on the back. So you only need one chalkboard for the child, because we'll be tracing a lot of letters in the air and then with our hand. Friday was mystery bag day. Monday was chalkboard day. I am telling you, the kids would come in so excited. And then Tuesday was movable alphabet day, where we all used our movable alphabet and made short vowel words. These little things are just so handy and make everything so easy. So the next thing I'm going to show you is how to play a game called Knock Knock. It's one sheet of paper. You're going to divide it down the middle and then go across. You'll have 10 words. There's enough for 10 words on this. And the student, all they have to do is to play the game is cut the line down the middle and then cut across. And we're going to use that over and over and over again. So I made some words so you can match pink, white, black, brown, purple, and here's the colors: purple, brown, black, pink, white. And you lay them out. You match pink with pink. Brown, you match brown with brown. Black, you've matched black with black. purple with purple and white. Then you mix them all up and you turn them upside down. Upside down. And this is the game that we played every day. I'm going to show you in the first lesson how to put their vocabulary words on their knock-knock frame right here. They're going to play the game every day. By Friday, when we have our spelling test, and you're going to give a spelling test the very first week of school, it will be so easy for them because they've played this game over and over again. You're going to say, knock, knock, who's there? Oh, I see, I've got the colored black one. Knock, knock, who's there? Oh, pink. Pink and black don't match. So, my turn's up, and the friend goes, knock, knock, who's there? Until they match, and then that's the end of the game. They've played with colors. They haven't been forced to do anything too hard, and yet they've had a good time, and there was enough time during the day to still teach reading and still teach the lesson. So, let's see, the only other thing I forgot to tell you was, don't forget you'll need some chalk and eraser for your chalkboard. Your goal is to, by the middle of the year, by the end of December, beginning of January, to have your reader into library books. And one of the first books we read is Hop on Pop. And by the end of the year, your goal is to have your student reading a book without pictures, some type of a chapter book. These are our goals. Thanks for listening. The only thing I forgot to show you was how to make a small book, and I'll show you that right now. You make it with the same card, and I didn't put scissors up here, so I am just going to fold it. Fold it. In my home Montessori school, I made small books, and the small books are what taught the children how to blend sounds. And get this one, and I remember I didn't have any scissors here, so I just pulled it apart. Okay, and I folded it in half, and I have a little tiny small book right here. Abaca. Abaca. Let's do this one and pretend like we've printed the ka, a-ta. Ka-a-ta. Ka-a-ta. Ka-ta. Cat. You will use small books over and over again, and a small book is something a child can put in their pocket and go out for a recess and just sit down and look at it under a tree. Well, thanks for listening. This is everything you need to know to get ready for the first lesson. Of course, you'll be using a pencil. I could recommend the fat pencils. I recommend the fat crayons, but it doesn't matter. If your child wants to use a thin pencil, that's fine. And you can use the thin crayons. With the crayons, it's really better to have less than more. 8 or not more than 20 crayons is more than enough. Have a great evening, have a great day, and God bless America, and we'll see you for the first lesson next. Thank you.